Okay, did it work? Yeah. So, thank you, Perrin, for inviting me today. The goal of this presentation is talking about the trends. So I only have 25 minutes. I know it's a tough spot just before lunch. So I will try to be clear about those trends. We started, maybe next slide. Usually we're trying to work and to explain 20 trends. I don't have time today, so I will only just now do 8 trends. 4 trends of what we see, the biggest trends today. When I say today, is this year, next coming month. And after we'll talk about the trends of tomorrow. And I think it will be mostly on mobile, but you will see for some of them, it's broader than mobile. So that's the 4 trends we want to, and I want to just discuss and present today. Mobile not last, new formats, gamification, mobile in-store. Let's start with the first one, mobile not last. I think it's for years, and Perrin, and most of you are in this industry like me for ages. And every time, every year, we're talking about, do you think mobile is, or the year of mobile is coming up? That next year, yes or no? Now it's no longer this. I think we have leapfrogged this. And now it's more mobile first. Do we think that mobile is really mobile first? I'm not sure. I will say next year, yes. This year is not last. And it's already a big step forward. So mobile not last is pretty clear, I think, to everyone. In terms of numbers, 3 years ago, the mobile traffic was only 1% of the internet. This year is 10 times this number. So it's already 10% of the internet usage coming from mobile. Smartphones, clear, but the big just reason of these changes. And search traffic. So then you have 3 slides here. Search traffic, video, and after social media. So search traffic, clear. The video is interesting. The numbers from YouTube. So YouTube, you have now 25% of the YouTube views coming from mobile handsets. That's the next one. And social, same, pretty easy, pretty clear. You have 1 billion Facebook users when you already have 600 million just, mobile users or Facebook mobile users. So I like the next one. This one, no, but it's clear to you. But now just you're using your mobile phone for many other things than for calling. So basically in the U.S., you're using just more than 60% of your time just your phone for texting, for playing with games, for just listening some music, and that's the result of this. What does it mean for advertisers? What does that mean for agencies? I just take 3 key examples in the U.S. First is Kraft. Kraft is pretty bold about mobile. Kraft, says that next year they will spend 7%, 10% of their spending on mobile. Do we think they will just get there? Not sure. But at least they want to achieve this. And that's a big step. Second one is Starbucks. Why? Because since maybe 2 or 3 years ago, we know that they are putting mobile everywhere. Because it's the way the consumers are just now acting, and they understand this. The last one is Walmart. Walmart, even if they maybe need less agency work, because they are basically integrated most of this mobile work, I'm really impressed. They have spent a ton of money buying new startups. They started 18 months ago, and now they have spent more than $150 million in mobile startups for building their Walmart labs, and that's also pretty just bold from them. That's only 3 organizations. I'm just talking about the big brands, but we can, and we know this. It's everywhere. Media is with also SMEs, so it's and SMBs. So even with this number is not normal. We today and that's the number of, on the right side of the screen, mobile people, and you, me, everyone now is spending hours and hours on his mobile phone. Even with this, the mobile ad spending is still too small. I think 1% was beginning of the year. We had 2 now, but 2 is far from being the normal number. So in other words, we need to change this. And honestly, I think it's changing now. So, and one of the reasons why it's changing also is because now you have more and more formats. That's the second trend. So let's talk about the first. We have many different formats. I just want to share with you three specific formats. The first one is 2D codes. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of this. But when you can just implement this correctly, you have good results. It's cheap, and you can track it. So some clients will like it because it's the results and the outcome is pretty clear. And you can also have some nice, creative. That's the one. There's here for Louis Vuitton. And you can see, the logo. So that's an interesting one. Second one is AR. So AR, same. How can you just develop, or how can you build a deeper interaction between the consumer and the magazine? And I see. And I think that AR can help this. That's different startups in this industry, but it's the best way to just give more information and more interaction to the readers. And the last one is about rich media. Some people in the room are working for mobile rich media companies, and I think it's also a good way to bring some more creativity to the brands. I like this one. I'm not sure if you have ever watched it. So can you run this one, please? Not sure? So, not sure we can run this. No? Okay. So, another time. So it's okay. So this one is like any other, is really to find a way to, again, same intent, to interact, to do something more than just the small banner where you can get more information, or you can just get, you want to have, yeah? Oh, okay, go ahead. Nice. Great. Okay. Absolutely good. So that's exactly what we can do today, and I believe if clients can see this, if media agencies can bring this to the clients, we'll go to the point where just ad spending will be just way higher. So that's the trend about formats. Next trend is gamification. So it's really trendy, is buzzword, but it's real. It's real on PC, but it's real also on mobile. So you know this game. I love this game. I like this number. For now, you have more birds who have been hurled than the real number of birds on the planet. So it's pretty cool. But the point here is, if you can really just find a way to implement this in my journey, or just everyone's journey, then it will be good. This brand. I'm trying to avoid this for my kids. But in terms of healthy food, it's a pretty good ambassador. The thing is, through Farm Bill, and because they basically have had the idea to subsidize the game, people just during the day where they were playing on Farm Bill, they had just this logo in front of their eyes during the day. And I think that's where it's pretty clever. It's pretty smart from the agency is pretty smart from their brands, whatever you think of these brands. It's funny to see McDonald's in the farm, right? Next one. This one, same. At Cannes this year, they won an award. That's the idea of you are just driving your car, and it's in the same parallel path. You will just drive your virtual car in the same streets. So it's pretty neat, pretty tough to just need to implement this. But same, I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool in the way again that where basically you will just play with the game on your phone when you are doing something else. So it's really about just gamification. Maybe you're not the best audience for this because you have no time and you are just overwhelmed. But that's for most people, they have time. Next one, please. So mobile in-store, mobile retail. That's a very important one but that's the obvious one. When you're in-store, when you are shopping, when you are in-house, you have your phone with you. And so that's also the reason why we believe PC is for the past, because basically now you have your phone most of the day, and especially when you are just shopping. So next one. I like this one. This one is a really cool one. So is CIA, basically the first one, they have just this great idea of, look this, introduce Facebook integrated anchors. So when you are shopping, when you will get the number of likes you see there, that's the number of likes on the anchors directly. So it's really the way you can just mix, blend this social aspect of your life with your shopping just attitude. This one is a great one from Singtel, is in Singapore. You understand why it should be in Singapore and nowhere else. Singtel basically has equipped its stores with this extra glass walls, where even when it's closed, you are able to go, touch the screen, and just buy or just interact with a virtual just person. The way it works is basically, it's on a 24/7. So now you are not limited by just the hours where your store is open. It's okay in Singapore because, as you know, it's pretty safe city, and it's easy to let this access to anyone. Next one, bunch of numbers. Why? Obviously, mobile is so important to retailers and CPGs brands. 68% of in-store drivers. So people are using it to drive traffic. You get more important information. You have the contact retailers, and you can get more just coupons or discounts. Just one sec on the get more product information. I remember a discussion I had 3 years ago with a big retailer, and we were talking about his strategy around mobile. And his answer at the time was clear. He said, I will block the signal. That's my strategy. I was coming with it. You need to be smart. We need to do something very offensive. I said, no worries. I will block the signal. So when people are shopping in my store, they won't be able to have access to anything else. That sounds just so weird. And now that they have changed their mind, and they understand that if you want to control this, it's impossible. If you think people will just won't just find a way to just to shop differently, you're wrong. So now it's better to just build your mobile ecosystem to understand this and to put mobile at the center of your strategy, like just Walmart just is doing. That's for the 4 trains of today. The trains for tomorrow. Let's start with Solomo, mobile native, mobile payment, and T-commerce. Solomo. So it's an interesting one where we think, and we all think, that the day you can have more information, or you can just basically play or blend social, location, and mobile, you will get maybe some very good answers, and a good way to increase these mobile ad spending. That's exactly what we're doing. That's the program we are launching at the Viveki level, where we are trying, it's called the pool, where we think and we're working with great partners on this one, like Weather Channel, Millennial Media, TV Guide, or some others, where we're trying to define what could be the ad format for this. Because we think it's very important, but we're still clueless about the answers. And I'm sure many startups here will come with, I have the answer, or my product is better, I understand the location well, but I think we need to go 2 steps forward to be able to represent this to the clients. That's something we're trying to achieve next year with the group. Mobile native. So we'll talk about mobile first at the end of the presentation. Mobile native, is pretty clear, as you can see in that document. Is more about just product startups who are basically just were basically incepted because of mobile. So the next one, Uber, I like this one. I'm sure you are using it if you live in the U.S. or in New York or in some other cities, where it's barely only a mobile product. It's a mobile is only mobile components, and those three, Pass, Instagram, and Foursquare, is really and when we are talking to venture capitalists here in the U.S., most of them have this answer about the new trends. For them, is more and more mobile startups, and when they say mobile startup, is just mobile, with no relation or nothing just related to the PC era. Mobile payments also important, and now we can connect this to the rest of our industry. So, phone, wallet, or key ring. Thing is, if you have to just pick one, we'll all know that it will be mobile. Even if Apple is late on the NFC, if it's not on the iPhone 5, it will be just there soon. So we don't know when, but we are sure that at some point you will use your mobile phone to do way more things, and that's this mobile payment. And you have a ton of huge companies who are just fighting on this. So Starbucks is an example. We can go to the next slide, please. Before talking about those companies, I like this one. This one is in the U.S. I'm sure maybe if you honeymoon or with someone you love, I'm sure you already just you already took a pedicabs, and now you can pay with Square on your pedicab runs. That's pretty fun. Last one is Apple just now started to be in that business. We know that's the first one was Square. Now you have PayPal here. So we can see that more and more big companies are trying to grab this business, and that makes sense. So next one is, and the last one is T-commerce. T-commerce, C-commerce. The reason of the C-commerce is we call this couch commerce mainly. That's interesting because we are also at some point leapfrogging the M-commerce to the T-commerce. So that's interesting to see. Again, that's our industry, and when I'm saying our industry, is not only the mobile industry, is the digital industry, is just changing pretty fastly. And that's the reason why T-commerce is important to our clients, is because people are buying through their tablets. Next one is, and that's next to this one is interesting because we believe that buying stuff through your tablet is even a stronger call to action than through a PC, because you are basically just watching something. You're watching the show and with your tablet. So next one is the application. I'm not sure if you have this app on your tablet at home, but it's an interesting one about this two screen. It's also another trend those days where you can just do other stuff when you are just watching show, and that's exactly the kind of application you can just use when you are just watching the TV. So you can have access to basically all the different items are just in the show or during your TV events. They will be represented in this eBay application. It's pretty neat, and same how you can just better interact when you are just in front of your TV. Last one is tablets are more transactional. The reason why I want to show this one is a stable example is because of the URL there. It's for the very first time a T-dot. We were working for years on the www. For the last 5 years, we're trying to convince clients to build their M-dot, and now we are going to convince them to build their T-dot. And that's an interesting move, and I want to share this with you. So at the very end, and I was trying to do it in 20 minutes, and I want just to end this presentation talking about the future, but mobile first. And